You're watching Force 13 Live.
Okay, so we're going. Okay. Welcome to the Force 13 live stream where we will be talking about major hurricanes Kilo, Ignacio, and Jimena, as well as tropical storm soon to become Hurricane Fred that is about to be affected by the Cape Verde Islands. Usually you hear Nathan Foy come on and introduce everybody, but he's going to be a little bit less of a participant today.
A little bit scarce, perhaps.
Yes, we're going to be a little dry on information, but I am Devin Williams. I am joined here by Max. Hello, Max. It appears that your mic is muted, I believe. And Cesar, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Awesome.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to the chat. So, where do you guys want to begin this discussion?
I'm here too.
Oh, this is Justin?
Yep.
Okay. Hello, Justin. I did not think you had a mic.
Hello. I do. I've
Okay.
had one the whole time.
Well, I'm going to start out with what is probably going to be the most immediate threat to any of the areas in the United States, and that's going to be Hurricane Ignacio. And Ignacio is currently located at 19.0 north, 149.0 west, and could pose a threat to the Hawaiian Islands. Currently, a tropical storm watch is in effect for Maui, Molokai, Lanai, and Kahului, and the Big Island of Hawaii. Now, what this tropical storm watch means is that there is going to be tropical storm conditions possible within 48 hours. There we go. Within 48 hours. Here is the cone of uncertainty, if it will come up. There we go. And we'll see that right now it's not expected that the center of Hurricane Ignacio is going to pass directly over the islands. But there can definitely be some intermittent gusts up to tropical storm force winds, as well as some really choppy surf. Even if it goes all the way to the west of this cone, gales are sustained gales for a significant amount of time, especially inland on the islands, I'm going to say is probably unlikely at this point.
Another bullet that Hawaii's dodged, perhaps?
Perhaps. It seems Ignacio took a jog to the north yesterday, and now it's moving to the north and west, and should miss the island should miss the brunt of the system. So, do you guys have anything to say about Ignacio?
Well, there's stuff to show.
Yeah,
I'm back, guys.
Plenty of things to show. My screen is currently not being shared. We are now looking at a tropical storm probability chart, where this chart shows the probability of tropical storm force winds in the next 120 hours. And on this graphic, you can see that the biggest probability of winds is probably on the island of, I believe that is Molokai, and that's at between 10 and 20% chance of winds. Now, right behind Hurricane Ignacio, there's going to be Hurricane Jimena.
I just want to mention something first, actually.
Yes, please do so.
You know, with the hurricane wind probabilities, don't you think they underestimate it sometimes?
Yes, it's usually underestimated. It's usually only accurate out to 72 hours. So if you lie within 72 hours of the storm's path, I would trust it, in which case Hawaii is within 72 hours of closest approach from Ignacio. If you're not within 72 hours, I really wouldn't look at it. Anyways, here is right now the current forecast track for Hurricane Jimena. And right now it's simply just moving off to the west-northwest at a very brisk pace, and Jimena has rapidly strengthened actually all the way up to 145 miles per hour. And unlike Ignacio, which is expected to drop off of a literal cliff in strength, Jimena is expected to only slowly lose strength. And I don't think it's going to be a threat to the Hawaiian Islands. I'm pretty sure the storm's supposed to turn north and to the north and east before it even gets there. Anything that you guys want to say about Jimena?
Well, Jimena, in the past hours, strength a little, but maybe will weaken right now. Still weakening.
Yes, it's the cloud tops. If I can go to, I'm going to get an infrared image up here of Jimena, and the cloud tops, albeit just a little bit, have been warming the past 2 or 3 hours or so. But you can see here at the end, Jimena has completed a full eyewall replacement cycle from yesterday, as I figured it would. And this storm is just seemingly trucking right along. Do you guys think that this could potentially be a Category 5 hurricane?
I don't think so because wind shear in the northwest is high, relatively high, and Jimena's track is going to be in the same direction. So
Right. Well,
maybe
it's currently in a laughable amount of wind shear, only 2 knots, I believe. The screen has once again been stolen. Whose screen are we looking at? Okay.
is a wind.
Well, it doesn't really matter. With this is also tropical storm force wind probabilities, and again, this graphic is really accurate, only out to about 72 hours. And as you can see here, there's really no threat to land in the next 5 days. So for the time being, Jimena is not a threat. Meanwhile, in the Atlantic, we have the newly formed and very quickly forming tropical storm Fred, which is forecast to become a hurricane and move directly through the Cape Verde Islands as a hurricane, which I believe we did a little bit of research earlier, and I don't think this has ever happened before in the past 150 years.
This one is interesting. It's never made landfall. It's there was once, might have been 1892 or somewhere around then, where a storm developed into a hurricane in the proximity of the Cape Verde Islands, sort of in the center of the island group, if you can get what I mean.
Yes.
I do also know, but, you know.
I do also know that in 1900 there was a hurricane that close very proximity to, and I believe Gene back in 98 also was very close to the islands. But I don't think any other storms have affected the Cape Verde Islands as a hurricane.
I'll tell you something. 2 Freds making records almost in the Eastern Pacific in the in adjacent years of naming them.
2 Freds making records.
You know, 09 Fred became a Cat 3. It was, I'm sure it broke some sort of record for the furthest east forming storm or something like that. I can't remember what it did, but it was very far east.
Easternmost major hurricane, I think.
I thought that was Francis, 1980. That was the easternmost major hurricane.
Yeah, that is true. I can't remember what
or
record Fred
or
broke,
the
but I'm
most
sure I was watching it at the time, and I'm sure it broke a
Okay.
record. Can't remember
Well,
what.
let's use our happily trusted, untrusted source, Wikipedia, and let's look at it. Because I don't really feel like looking at anything else.
It's very curious that two Fretzes are breaking records.
Okay. This says the strongest hurricane on record in the southeastern Atlantic, one of the easternmost forming. So it was certainly an anomalous storm, but I don't think it broke any record per se. But very anomalous. So both Freds breaking easternmost records. I believe this was the third easterly most forming tropical storm on record, and what it's looking like will be the easternmost hurricane forming on record. I think
Wow.
that's no doubt.
Wow. Question for you, Devon, from me.
Yes.
What do you think the most? How do I put this? The most, the strangest storm that you've seen this year in terms of what we normally see, how much it deviates from that.
Well,
And
let's
maybe we
see
can open
here.
it out to everyone, actually.
Yes. Strange storms. I think just about every single Atlantic storm this year has been strange in one way. Because you had Anna, which formed in May. I mean, it's not all that anomalous. You know, about one storm every 5-6 years forms in May. But still, certainly something to look at. Plus, Anna had the second earliest tropical landfall in the United States and the earliest tropical storm landfall in the United States. The only one that was earlier was the Groundhog Storm of '52, which made landfall in Florida as a depression.
Run that by me again. You said second and first for the United States. Did you mean for the state? Was it South Carolina in the end or North?
I believe it was South Carolina in the end.
Did you mean the earliest landfall for that state?
I meant the earliest landfall in the United States altogether since the 1952 storm.
Since then, yeah, sure, okay.
And the 1952 storm was only a depression last time I looked at it, but I could be wrong. Let's see here. Bill was the sixth longest lasting tropical cyclone on record over land. So that's certainly anomalous, to say the least. It just lasted so long as a tropical depression over land before it turned post-tropical or got absorbed or anything.
Did take a while.
As far as Claudette, I guess there really wasn't too much anomalous about Claudette. Just some storm coming off the Carolinas, becoming a tropical storm by chance, and then just
by chance. You weren't happy with it, were you?
Hurricane Danny becoming a major hurricane in weird conditions, to say the least. Basically surrounded by dry air, and it just poof, a major hurricane. Caught everyone off guard. And Erica just defied every single prediction that was put out. It defied every prediction, defied every model, and now we have this hurricane. Well, not hurricane yet, but tropical storm Fred. That's just sitting here in the open Atlantic.
Yeah. Remind us what the warnings are there, if I may.
Yes, there are hurricane warnings for the entirety of the Cape Verde Islands. I'm not familiar with the names of the Cape Verde Islands, but I do know that all of the Cape Verde Islands are currently underneath hurricane warning. I knew I pulled it up on RAM for a reason. Let me just... Now this is going to come up with BD imagery, which I know not too many people are familiar with, but it's just a version of satellite imagery that's used for predicting the strength storms from the actual imagery. And this is what Tropical Storm Fred looks like right now on satellite, if I can pause it at the end here, with one of the Cape Verde Islands right here. So you guys think that looks like a hurricane yet? Or you think
Certainly.
this is...
In the last
You think
few
this is
frames,
still,
getting that look.
Yeah. It would be really weird if this thing ends up pulling a Julia, but we'll get to the model rooms later on. I think it might be interesting to see what the GFDL does with this system.
I think only one of the Cape Verde Islands is shown on that map, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, only one. It's right there.
I don't know why they do that. That's the northwesternmost island as well, that. So the others are closer to the storm than that.
There's like right here.
Yeah.
So. And they can only show the islands that are so large. If they're smaller than whatever, they won't show it. Like, they don't show Bermuda on these graphics.
Really?
It's too small of an island.
Terrible.
What?
It's outrageous behavior.
It surely is.
Next, and I think the final point that we have to touch on now, as far as tropical storms are considered, is going to be Hurricane Kilo. And boy, the models were really ramping up this storm last night. Last night, both HWRF, the GFDL, and I believe the CMC and ECMWF were all pulling for this storm to become a Category 5 hurricane in the Central Pacific. Not just that, but also break Hurricane Ioke's record for the strongest storm in the Central Pacific. But as of right now, it's still expected to be a major hurricane for the next 5 days. And from when I was looking at it, it was probably going through an eyewall replacement cycle, which I'll be showing all the wide imagery next. Unless someone wants to pull that up on the screen share right now.
I just want to say something, actually. I took you up on that GFDL thing on Fred, and people who thought they'd be predicting a monster, you'll be a bit disappointed. Only predicting a 70-mile-an-hour tropical storm, and that's nowhere near right now. That's towards the end of, that's on day 5.
Okay, and that's not even close to... Alright. Well,
and that would be halfway between Cape Verde and the Azores. I don't see even that happening with all that dry air in the area. I can't see a storm sustaining itself there.
Nah. But anyways, Hurricane Kilo. Hurricane Kilo. It's not in a ton of shear. There's no really dry air to hinder it, and it's in good sea surface temperatures. So the fact that Hurricane Kilo might be maintaining its intensity for the next 5 days, it's certainly plausible. Anyways, now to get up the wide Western Pacific map.
I don't know if you saw the 12 Zulu run on the GFDL for Kilo.
I haven't seen anything.
They have trended downwards. They're now predicting only a 157-mile-an-hour Category 5 storm with an air pressure.
Only a 157-mile-an-hour storm.
With a pressure of 918.
So we're below Cat 5.
No, we're right on it, actually. Starts at 157.
Well, it rounds down to 155.
I guess it does.
Oh, dearie me. Sorry for this gift taking forever to load.
I showed my own version actually on the visible imagery, but this one may also be of interest too.
Yes. The reason why I wanted to pull up the AVN imagery here is just to show that all 3 of these storms are still maintaining very cold cloud tops, basically reds. Usually if the red wraps all the way around the eye wall and it's decently thick, it's a major hurricane. And as you can see, this definitely qualifies for all three systems. So it seems like Kilo seems to be the struggling the most of the three. Unless you guys have anything else to say about it.
I'm just digging up my own imagery. I think it might possibly be coming out the other end looking at the latest satellite imagery, but it, of course looks can be misleading on the visible.
We haven't
I
heard
don't
much
suppose, Devon, it's coming up to the edge of the radar, the satellite coverage, and it's making it look a bit weird.
Perhaps. This is Ghost West that we're talking about. But Ghost West actually goes out to like 140 west. Before it starts getting screwy. We haven't really heard much from Max or Cesar, so you guys have any opinions about any of the storms going on right now?
Well, I saw Kilo is had weakened, but I have my doubts if Kilo reaches Cat 5 status. So I don't know exactly what's going on with Kilo, but I don't think if that Kilo will reach Cat 5 status. About Ignacio, um,
That would be the
nothing
storm
right
surge.
now.
Yeah. Ignacio seems to be getting a lot of shear from the south.
Yes, and Jimena, but well, she will be weakening in the next hours, and the no, and the new invest at the
Yes.
and the east.
Potentially tropical storm Kevin to form here
Some of
as
the
well.
models rather bullish with that for a landfall on the Baja California Peninsula.
Hello?
A la
Yes.
Odile, perhaps.
Oh, is this Mike?
Hello?
Michael, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Michael.
You alright?
Yep.
Sorry about that earlier. My mum and my sister were having a domestic argument.
You didn't need to share that over live.
Oh shit, are we live?
Yes, we are
Going from bad
live.
to worse.
Yes. Nathan, are there any questions from the comments?
Okay,
Because I
I'll
kind of
go.
don't want to go. I don't want to go screen share with the comments.
Yeah, sure. I'll go right ahead with some comments here, unless Cesar wants to read them out, but I'll read these out. Mr. Tashokan Alpha says, we can see that Ignacio lost some steam and is turning north. Also says Kilo
Yes.
is a mystery.
So is Erica.
So is Erica. Enrico Velasquez says, hi, tropical disturbance on the coast of Mexico. I think that'll be the next tropical storm. Now, does he mean on the
Okay.
coast or the current invest?
Okay. I will pull up a image of the. I'm gonna guess the Gulf of Mexico, and we'll see what we can find out here. Probably what would be best if I pull up water vapor.
Guess what I'm playing at the moment?
You're not supposed to be playing things when you're live.
Unless
well,
you're
I'm
live
playing-
streaming a video game.
Michael is the
yeah.
absolute... What?
It's called unwinding after a stressful day.
Yes,
It's
well...
unwinding after a very stressful day.
Well, you know,
Okay.
but being live is not supposed to be a stressless task. Well,
Yes.
I mean,
Okay, I have the
I've
Go ahead.
turned off Call of Duty.
I have the water vapor GIF imagery here
good lord.
off the coast of Mexico. I'm not sure if he's thinking of ex Erica here, or if maybe he's thinking that something might form out of this here in the Bay of Campeche, but it looks like shear is unfavorable there.
I don't know if you could get the graphic up of the East and
Devin.
East Pacific.
Eastern East Pacific, I can absolutely get that up.
Oh yeah, guys.
Yes.
I just did a little update on the current EPAC storms quick.
Who did
We
that?
just did that. I'm gonna have to.
But you
use
can tell us
some
your take on the storms, though, Mike.
Yes. Do you think that
well, if
Jimena or Kilo will be a Cat 5?
I think Kilo might do it. Jimena possibly. This is very possibly, but I think if it does, it'll only be 160 at most.
Okay.
Ignacio, we all know that's had it.
Yeah, it's running into sheer quickly, which I will
I'm
be
pretty.
getting up to scrap short.
I'll just tell you guys about the latest advisories issued by MIC Office.
Well, before you do that, I just want to let you know the latest on Ignacio. My eyes tell me that it's moving northwest at this time.
Yes. Here is the Eastern East Pacific, and kind of don't have a good look at Kevin here. But this is what it looks like, just a huge intertropical convergence zone at this point.
Bless you.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Well,
Michael.
if there are really no further comments, I will go ahead and bring up
Can I go on to my
sheer graphic for the.
Go ahead. I'd love to hear what you got to say.
Also, after that, could I do the advisories from MIC Office?
I thought
Please
that's what
do
you
so.
were doing.
Okay, I'll do that now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Please.
Yeah. So the latest, I'll do all the storms that we've issued advisories for. So the first one is Jimena. Yeah. The first storm is Jimena. We've actually got the storm as 150.
All right.
I can see it.
Well, MIC Office. We've got Jimena as a 150 category 4. We're expecting it to become a 5, but
Well, I got to tell you,
it's still debatable in the forecast models, and also debatable because it looked like it could be going under an ERC again.
It's
but,
getting that look about
it
it.
at the moment.
Earlier, I thought the NHC were right in saying that. Is it the CPHC now? Is it past 140? Whoever they are. I think they were right in saying that it was 145 at the time. Since then, I think it's gone on to look a little bit better. So, yeah, I'd agree with the 150 right now. Yeah.
I would also like to say that I think the Central Pacific Hurricane Center was correct when they called Kilo 135 miles an hour and Ignacio 130 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No
also,
comment from Nathan. I was joking, by the way.
Devon. Invest 96E, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be the one that's going to become Kevin, correct?
Yeah. MIC Office have now issued a tropical cyclone formation alert for that.
Yes.
Also, we have Hurricane Kilo now down to 120 miles an hour. Air pressure is 955 millibars.
Yes.
Currently, we're still agreeing with the CPHC as it's moving northwest at 8 miles an hour. Slightly different location, though. It is at approximately 20.2 degrees north, possibly 179.0 west. That's around where we're calling it at the moment. Ignacio, we now have downgraded from a major hurricane now down to winds of 110 miles an hour. Present movement is at northwest at 12 miles an hour. Again, we're agreeing with the CPHC.
It's northwest to me.
And also air pressure is slightly higher, possibly around 965 millibars. Current location that we've got on our database at the moment is around about 19.4 degrees north, 149.4 degrees west.
It's level with the Big Island right now.
Yeah. Basically, we are expecting possible, only minorly possible re-intensification of Ignacio, possibly in the tropical storm range. Possibly, if it weakens to 40, we could possibly expect it going back up to 50 before weakening again. And also Kilo, we are forecasting now to become a Category 4, possibly even a 5 out in the West Pacific. And now going over to Fred. An interesting one, I think. Hurricane warnings have now been issued for the Cape Verde Islands from MIC office now. We now
And
are
the NHC.
expecting...
And the NHC.
Yeah, they have also issued warnings as well, haven't they? We are expecting possible that Fred is expected to, by the National Hurricane Center to tweak to a depression, but we are expecting the storm possibly re-intensifying, possibly for secondary peak as a Category 2. Though unlikely, I think, at the moment. Also, finally, Invest 91W, I think it is.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It's Invest 91W. Not really looking that great at the moment.
Oh, it's looking
if I'm
terrible.
honest. Yeah. Though it is expected to possibly get its act together, and possibly become quite a nice storm. Though that's only if the wind shear dies down. I think it's
Which is
entering
unlikely.
pretty much soon, going to be entering a low area shear and high SSTs as well, which could be favourable for development. And finally, remnants of Erica still going over Florida, between the Florida Keys and Cuba. I think that's where the central circulation is.
Yep.
And that not really expected to redevelop in any way, shape or form. The National Hurricane Center have a low 10% chance of development in the next 48 hours and 5 days. So, yeah.
Who has Google Earth up right now?
That would be Max.
hang on,
Okay. Well, Max is showing the forecast track, I believe, for her tropical storm Fred. I'm wanting to become a hurricane. As far as right now, it's looking like the intensity consensus is looking like Fred has intensified to 60 knots. This is unofficial.
Oh, who's
But
this coming from?
This is unofficial, but from ADT as the advanced bore technique, as well as the microwave imagery estimates also come in at 60 knots for Fred. This is unofficial. But
by the way, Devon,
yes.
just saying to the guys watching, I'm going to do a little quick Hyperworld update as well.
Go ahead.
Actually, before you
so
do that, Michael, can we postpone that a few minutes? I actually want Devon to
Yes.
show us the wind shear maps that he had up earlier, because that might be rather interesting also, especially for Fred.
Yes.
Okay,
I will
actually,
get that.
BRB.
I will get that up. Just prepare the Hyperworld update before you go. And if you want to look at Hyperworld, if you don't know what we're talking about, we run a hypothetical world that's completely different from Earth, half the size, where storms sort of move at about half the speed. And
It's a joke.
yeah, it's basically a running gag, but hey, it's where we get to live our fantasy. So if you want to check that out,
be
you
fair-
can look at I believe hyperworld.force13.com,
Yeah.
and it'll all be there. You'll see 5 active systems.
To be
but
fair, it's
anyways-
an experimental stage at the moment. I'll show the Hyperworld map when Michael comes back. We're sort of running experimental mode. What I'd like it to be, personally, it might not be everyone's vision, but if people have got another vision, maybe we'll run another version of something else. But my vision, personally, is for it to be perhaps a little bit of a training tool where you can have random storms that get generated by our master computer and see how well people predict. Who knows?
That's kind of how the storms work in my basin and in
mine.
Nathan's basin.
Elsewhere, it's pandemonium.
Yes. Anyways, looking at the Eastern Pacific wind shear map, as we can see, Ignacio is running into a very.
We can't
quick-
actually see at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, while that's waiting, does anybody have anything to say about any of the active systems?
I don't believe so. There's no questions either, apart from Ram Turtle, who says Ignacio is dying, and it was also wondering who names their kids Ignacio or Jimena.
People in Mexico.
Hi,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hello,
Hi.
this is.
I am back.
Yes, this is Marcel, I believe.
Yeah, I am Marcel.
Okay. Hello, Marcel. Welcome to the live stream. Are we able to see the wind shear map yet? Okay. The storm all the way out to the left, Kilo, is running into some moderate to high amounts of wind shear there with 20 knots. Not exactly good for a major hurricane. Ignacio is running into a do not pass zone. And it's going to run into basically Danny type wind shear, where it's going to get blown apart rather quickly. And Hurricane Jimena, which is in the exact opposite. No wind shear to speak of at all, or probably in the next 4 to 5 days. Plenty of time to strengthen.
So that's what I'm saying. What's stopping it from maintaining its intensity rather than that slow weakening trend that you've been talking about?
Frequent IWO replacement cycles, and also the ocean heat content is low. Although the sea surface temperatures are high, the ocean heat content's only between around 50 to 75, as opposed to all 100 that you would expect for 29 sea surface temperatures.
Who's crackling just then?
I don't know.
Did you hear it as well, guys?
No, let's look at the Atlantic.
Okay,
can I,
I did want to also mention Kevin here will also be forming in a rather low area of wind shear, and wind shear will be moderate going towards the Baja California. Going over to the North Atlantic, and well, it appears that here's the subtropical jet stream right here, hanging out. And Fred, this is not my screen. I'll tell you what we're not looking at.
Do you think I could do the hyperworld update now as well?
Hold on. I need to do the Atlantic first.
Okay.
Is it up yet? Okay. Here is what the Atlantic looks like, and note that Fred is just formed so far west, it's barely, so far east that it's barely on the graphic.
Wow.
So, I think it might
See?
actually be further east than what's pictured here. As you can see, absolutely no wind shear around the Cape Verde Islands, but it will have to pass very high wind shear here, 30 knots, in order to get into an area of low wind shear to the south of the Azore Islands in this area. And after that, it's probably going to turn extra tropical. So we'll see if Fred can pass the subtropical jet, if it can possibly reform in this area. And this is, of course, if this area stays favorable. Nobody ever said that was a guarantee. So that's going to be interesting. My screen has been stolen again.
Sure. We must share and not, but whatever.
Go ahead,
do the
Michael, with
hyper-
the
look terrible,
hyperworld
by the
update.
way.
Okay, so currently in Hyperworld.
Hold on a moment, I'm
got
just going to
couple-
show the hypo world on the screen right now.
Okay. Is this going
Can I
to
go now?
be on the
Yeah, you
live
can.
stream, or is this going to be on screen share?
It's on the live stream, everyone can see it. Go ahead. Oh, for
Okay.
goodness sake, what is
Okay,
Janine? Michael, what planet is this? It's not the right one.
So currently at the moment we have active hurricanes Lydia, Emily, and Janine. All actually within two categories of each other. Emily a 1, Lydia a 3, and Janine a 5. We also have Tropical Storm Katen as well, which briefly did become a hurricane. Very briefly, actually, only in one advisory. The storm is now expected to weaken to a tropical depression and become post-tropical just before landfall. I believe that is province name. I can't read it.
You can't
I don't
read
even
your
know the
own
names.
province name.
It's because it's behind old earthquake.
Somerset.
Uh-oh.
I think it's the 13 province apparently.
Oh.
I think I just did that out of sheer boredom. Yeah, so Hurricane Janine is now a Category 5 hurricane with winds of 165 miles an hour. Air pressure is actually below 900 millibars, 895 millibars. Located at 18.4 degrees north, 100.2 degrees east, as of 00 UTC on the 31st of August. So also Tropical Storm Kaiten, winds of 40 miles an hour, air pressure 909 millibars, 30.2 degrees north, 101.3 degrees east. And also Lydia, a major hurricane just about to cross over into the area of responsibility of RSMC Mineral City, although I will probably keep jurisdiction of it because it is expected to curve back into my area.
That's not how it happens.
I don't know.
It wasn't there for a reason. They passed it over to Japan during Hurricane John, only for it to come back.
Okay. Just to say this right now,
Hang on.
Ram Turtle has just commented that actually looks like a believable hurricane map for Hyperworld.
Well, believable
Also-
maybe at a real push.
Yeah. Well, Lydia is expected to become a Category 4 hurricane. Emily is pretty much dying now. Expected to be post-tropical in the next 36 hours.
As any storm should at
Dissipation is very
45 degrees
likely.
north.
Yeah. I think Wanda Bill's still going. Oh no, it's not.
You better tell me it's not. That was supposed to have been dead 10 days ago.
Yeah, and also Devon's newest storm, Tropical Storm Leah, which is also expected to become a Category 1 hurricane.
Actually, I have the color wrong on it. It's supposed, since I run the forecast track off of the cyclone scale rather than the actual Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale, it's expected to become a severe tropical cyclone in the next couple of days. So it should be a complete fish. Nathan has just put the link to Hyperworld in the chat, so if you want to fool around in it, there's also earthquakes available. So
Yeah, of course, no one who visits the site can influence what goes on, though it's obviously fun to watch.
yes, it's fun to watch. That's the whole point of Hyperworld.
Anybody fancy a nice holiday to Guildford?
And maybe
even though that
one
Janine's
day
about 48 hours away.
a Storm Chasers holiday. Maybe one day we'll have we might have the availability to have lots of players on it, but we'd have to think of a proper way to manage that. But there we are.
Yes. I'm currently looking for water vapor imagery. Just let me pull that up. And I'm only going to pull up an image of it because I don't like the way that the NHC produces floaters for storms out this area. But here is the Meteosat 10 water vapor imagery of Tropical Storm Fred. Almost said Erica. You can also see a tropical wave behind it as well. With the Cape Verde Islands located right around here, and the storm basically expected to move up to the north and west. And there is a lot of dry air in this place, as well as a lot of shear, so I don't really see Fred maintain. If it does become a hurricane, I don't see it maintaining it for
Devin.
long. Go ahead, Mike.
Could I just say so to everybody watching at the moment?
You can say whatever you want, just don't.
Oh, actually,
just don't violate the rules of conduct of YouTube.
okay. Well, as you guys have heard over the past week or so, it is the 10th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina.
Oh my.
Yeah. And what I'd just like to do now, if possible, if it's all right with you guys as well, just to take a couple of moments silence just to remember those 1,600 people killed by Katrina. you think we could?
Perhaps it's better to do that at the end of the show, Michael, as we go out. But we will.
We will.
I'll just say that at the moment, fatalities were actually confirmed between 1,245 and 1,836.
Speaking of fatalities, as far as the horrible situation that's currently going on in the island of Dominica, 30 people are confirmed dead from Tropical Storm Erica, with 50 people remaining missing. So there is the possibility of having up to 80 people confirmed dead from Erica, which would definitely be retirement material, if you ask me.
Yeah. Also, Devon.
Yes.
I'm just actually looking at the page for Hurricane Katrina as well, and about this time 10 years ago, the all tropical storm warnings were discontinued for pretty much all the areas, because I think it was inland now this time 10 years ago as a tropical depression.
It made landfall in the early morning hours of August the 29th. So you're good.
Yeah, 1500 UTC on the 29th, hurricane watches discontinued. Tropical storm warnings issued for Pearl River, Louisiana to Florida, Alabama border, and tropical storm and hurricane warnings discontinued from Cameroon to Pearl Harbor, Louisiana, and Florida, Alabama border to Destin, Florida.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so is there anybody on the Skype call right now that would like to offer a comment? I know I've been asking this a lot, but...
Caesar, how's the weather in Mexico?
Well, it's a little bit hot. Currently, we are at 32 degrees Celsius.
Very warm.
Yes, but the evening will be fresh at 20 degrees Celsius, so it's okay.
That's warm for Britain.
And rain is forecast for tomorrow at 2 p.m. and with 60% chance of rain.
Okay.
Okay.
Etc.
Okay, it is models time.
Is it?
Yes, now is when we get to look at the craziest part of meteorology, where we get to look at worst case scenarios as predicted by ridiculous algorithms, and we get to figure out a consensus of all of them and see what is the most likely scenario.
They do always have to come up with a worst case scenario.
Yes, but if you want to know what the worst case scenario is, look at the GFDL. If not, look at the CMC. One of the two will predict certain doom for somebody. Anyways.
Or the HWRF.
One of the models will always predict doom for somebody. Let's leave it at that. Okay.
So basically, all the models are like me.
Yes. This is. Speaking of the HWRF, we are now looking at Hurricane Kilo, which now let's go forward with it. And basically expecting it to hold its intensity, not necessarily have too many fluctuations, but basically oscillate between about 95 and 110 knots within the next 6 days. Really not much to talk about here, and the actual strength of the storm doesn't matter too much, since I don't think that this storm's going to be affecting too many people's lives. Now let's take a look at Jimena. And this is a storm I'm sort of concerned about, because this certainly approached Hawaii here as a significant storm, though I don't think it's going to. and you'll see the HWRF just slowly suck the life out of the system before stalling it and turning it to the north. So starting at like 130 knots and then just slowly dissipating out.
I
So
highly
the
doubt that weakening trend will be uninterrupted, however.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well. We're now going to look at Ignacio, which is going to come up for me. Let's see what this says.
When are we getting the next update from the CPHC and the NHC?
When the information comes out
There
on the
should-
ATC app.
There should be updates from the CPHC right now, actually. I'm going to have a look.
Okay.
I'll take a look actually.
Okay, the HWRF doesn't really predict much of Ignacio, just rapid weakening of the system. And for it to actually exist as a tropical system near 35 north, which I think is interesting.
Inverse 96E now up to 70% chance of development in the next 48 hours.
Okay.
Next to look at is going to be Fred. And what does the HWRF say about Fred? Oh dear, my entire display just went away. Okay. Here we go.
I did mention
who
this
thinks
one
so?
earlier, and it wasn't much.
Guys, do you
Okay.
think Jimena will be a Cat 5 in the next update?
You do also have to realize that this is the 12Z run, and it starts the storm off at 40 knots. It's
Oh, okay.
obviously a lot stronger now. So the HWRF basically takes it over, directly over one of the Cape Verde Islands as a 60-knot tropical storm, and go to the north of the islands, and basically maintain its intensity.
As far as I
Before
could tell, that
transit-
was a landfall on the island of Boa Vista.
Yes, that was a direct landfall.
I'm probably gonna head off for a little bit. I'll probably be back in the next
Okay.
10-15 minutes.
Do hurry, because we'll
Now-
probably be doing Guess the Storm in the next hour.
It's going to take a little while for me to get through all the models because I like to go through everything.
We know
Here
you do.
is potentially Kevin, which the HWRF does not much with the storm, I don't think. Oh, here we go. Here's something. It's still not much. So basically from Kevin, not much.
Not much.
Okay. As far as the GFDL, I'm only going to go... Oh, the 1800Z is through with Kilo. Let's take a look at this. The HWRF, yes, still predicting a Category 5 from Kilo. Right there, 140 knots. And it looks like it is just to the west of the international dateline there.
Oh,
So
that's
it would
a
be-
new one that I've not seen there. The last one had 137, so that's trending upwards again there.
Yes, this is the 18Z GFDL, 140 knots, right on the button, and then basically some weak. That's what we'll look at for Kilo. I'm not really going to.
No, go back to that, please, because I saw another storm in the central or western Pacific there that was forming just south of it at the end of that run.
Yes, I do see that. Just be reminded that this is the GFDL. Yes, there is some sort of weak system here that is on the western side of the dateline. That could be potentially a new tropical storm. We'll have to see.
Definitely TS there, but obviously it's the
Yes.
GFDL, as you say.
Yes. We'll now take a look at Ignacio, and I'll take a look at future Kevin as well. And even the GFDL does not show doom for Hawaii here. Intermittent gusts of gale force, but it does show the storm to be very significant at the end of the run. still a hurricane at around 163 west, 27 north. 162.5 west, 27.23 north. So, still a very significant storm there. Now for Fred, this is the 12 said. What does it start it out as? Basically nothing. So I'm going to guess nothing for the Cape Verde Islands. But this does not show a direct landfall on any of the islands, but gales for the northern
Now,
most
Devon,
parts of the islands.
when you're looking at a slightly dated model run there, and you know the storm's intensified significantly since it came out, is it wise to compensate for that when you're looking at the models here and adding a few miles an hour on?
I don't want to do that because I don't want to. I mean, I know that the Cape Verde Islands aren't, unless, at least to my knowledge, aren't exactly populated significantly. But the last thing I want to do is say, okay, 50 knots. It's been up 30 knots since this run. Add 30 knots to it. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, okay.
But do realize that this is probably just the thing I would say is that this is an underestimate by probably about 10 to 15 knots. And then furthering on, the GFDL holding out on the shear and having it strengthen up to basically around 60 knots. Not really doing much. Alright, so now let's go to the other models. CMC, this is going to be real quick. Now, the CMC has been predicting interesting things, including a very strong Hurricane Kevin to affect Baja California. And then right here, showing the remnants, and I don't know why the CMC model keeps on doing this, but it keeps on pulling the remnants of Erica directly up the eastern seaboard, developing it into a significant storm, and then turning it down towards Bermuda. So this is not a completely realize that this isn't Grace. This is still associated with the remnants of Erica. This is a potential Grace down here, and let's see here. No, that's actually Fred down here. This is the Grace right here. I was thinking that Fred was up here.
That one doing another Fred, perhaps?
Yes, right behind it. So, well, that's interesting. And then here is whatever the L storm would be in the Pacific. So, an interesting idea there for the CMC, wanting more cowbell, to say the least. Now with the ECMWF, basically tracking a strong storm directly over the Cape Verde Islands there with Fred. And here is a weak tropical storm Kevin, kind of just looping off the coast of Baja California, and then a possible Grace forming here at 216 hours and looping around the Bermuda area. I'm not sure if that is tropical or not.
Hey Devon, do you want to hazard a guess as to what the L name storm is in the East Pacific this year?
Lowell.
No, it's Linda.
Oh my. Linda.
That's what I thought.
I thought that was retired.
It was strong. I'm surprised it's still there, but yep, Linda it is.
Linda, okay. Now let's take a look at the GFS, which is usually an interesting thing to look at. Showing again, here's a Kevin. Why do you keep on resetting my model run? Actually, GFS showing a very strong Jimena there.
And it's been saying that for ages.
Yes, I realize this. I believe this is still Fred here, though I haven't been paying attention. And a very strong Jimena there, basically looping back towards, I don't know what it's doing. So, but anyways, to go all the way back to the beginning, look at what Fred's doing. There it is, going directly over the Cape Verde as a tropical storm. And then see if a storm comes up behind it. I don't see one. So, oh, there's one here. That's probably a TD, though, if anything.
Yeah. Do you think that would
Yeah.
have potential if it formed there?
There's not a lot of wind shear there, so there's certainly potential. Wherever there's no wind shear, there's potential in the Atlantic, especially this time of year. Now let's take a look at the NavGem model, what it has to really say, and it really doesn't do much with Kevin, but it does do a couple of things with Fred, intensifying it to a interestingly deep tropical system over the Cape Verde Islands.
Rather similar
Remember
to
that
what
these-
the NHC is saying, don't you think?
Yeah, just remember that these are underestimates of what has actually happened, because Fred has rapidly intensified into a strong tropical storm. Now, to take a look here, there are no 0Z updates yet from the ATCF, so we'll be keeping you informed on that. So that is okay. I really hate to be dragging this on. Actually, no. I'm gonna write Erica off at this point. So I'm not going to be showing you the North American mesoscale model, which is a model I put a lot of stock in. But that is a presentation of all the models that are of decent availability to us.
Yeah, did you get the latest information on Fred, by the way? It's up to 70 miles an hour.
It is up to 70 miles an hour. That is not surprising. I did say that the intensity consensus was at 60 knots. That it is 70 miles an hour. So, okay. I did not think that they would be releasing an update at 8 o'clock, but they did.
They do it every 3 hours when there's watches or warnings in effect, so I'm also waiting for Ignacio right now, but nothing new on there yet.
Okay. So, is there really anything else for us to talk about?
I just want to mention one thing actually, and it's a little plug really, because we announced today in the team chat room that the Force 13's game show series is returning on Monday, September 14th, and we're going to be running Series 2, which will be running throughout September and October, and will probably finalise itself in the first week of November during Hurricane Week. So if you want to be part of the game show from September 14th onwards on the Force 13 channel, then you're more than welcome to join in and participate and see how far you get. The format's going to change slightly over what we've had recently. If you want to see what the game shows have been like, just visit the Force 13 Extra channel and you'll see, amongst other videos, lots of game show activities that we did in the last series. How many episodes did we do in the end? I think it was 12 episodes
11.
in the end. The 12th one didn't quite make it air, but we did 11 episodes that went to air, and we'll be doing Series 2 starting September 14th. So if you want to test your storm brain out with perhaps a little dusting of general knowledge to keep it anyone's game, then you know what to do. Send Force 13 a message on any of our social mediums, Facebook and Twitter, search Force 13 all in text, or my email address. You can send an email personally, force-13 the number at hotmail.co.uk. Over to you, Devon.
Yes, I have to leave due to a board meeting.
Oh dear, what are we going to do about all your guest storms?
They're not gonna happen because it's gonna take an hour.
Yes, I see.
So I kind of have to go like right now. I'm sorry.
That leaves us at a loose end. We'll see you later, Devon. Oh, that was Devon leaving. Well, you're back with me for the time being. And I've not really got too much to say. We'll leave you with the... There's a Saharan LA, by the way. That's one thing that hasn't been mentioned. Huge amounts of dry air to the northwest of the storm. I do wonder whether that will be a problem for Fred very soon, because it's in rather close proximity. But there we are.
Alright, Nathan.
We're back with the Skype team. Hi, Mike.
Are we still on the air?
Yes, we're indeed still very much on the air. It's 5 minutes past midnight, and now I'd like to tell you what happened on this day in the world of storms.
It's 5 minutes past 1, by the way.
5 minutes past midnight UTC.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Universal time.
Very universal. Okay, well, I just want to tell you what happened on this day. Of course, we've stumbled into August the 31st. And what happened on this day? Tropical storm Becky dissipated near the Azores in 1962. David in 1979 peaked as a Category 5 with winds of 175 miles an hour, and then made landfall in the Dominican Republic, causing 2,000 fatalities, 7 in Puerto Rico, and $1 billion in damages. Subtropical storm Emily formed in the West Atlantic in 1981. Cesar formed in 1984, south of Nova Scotia, I think that is. Cesar, are you here? Oh, Cesar is not here. He would have liked that. Eleanor in 1985 stalled as a Category 3 near the west coast of Florida, I think it was. Tropical storm Debbie in 1988 formed near the Yucatan Peninsula. Hortense dissipated in 1990. Emily passed the Outer Banks, causing 3 fatalities there in 1993. Earl formed in the Gulf of Mexico in 98. Cindy turned post-tropical in 99. Grace made landfall in Texas in 2003. Hermine made landfall in Massachusetts in 04 and turned post-tropical. Felix in 07 formed. That was the last ever Cat 5 we had in the Atlantic, believe it or not. And the unnamed storm of 2011 formed on this day as well. In the East Pacific, Hurricane Jewel dissipated in 1975. Tropical Storm 12 formed on the same day. John in 78 dissipated. Irwin in 81 dissipated over the Baja California Peninsula. Kiko in 83 formed. Olaf dissipated. Javier dissipated. Manuel dissipated. Madeline dissipated. Newton dissipated. And Christie formed in 2000. In the West Pacific, Chaba made landfall in Japan as a Category 2 typhoon in 2004, causing 7 fatalities. Michael, what would you like to talk about at this hour?
Okay then. Well, I'm going to go on to the East Pacific again. And well, it's been an interesting year, guys. We've now had 7 Category 4 hurricanes, which consist of Andres, 145 mile per hour, Cat 4. Air pressure was 937.
Yeah.
Blanca, also Category 4, winds of 140 miles an hour, air pressure 943. Dolores, also winds of 130 miles an hour, air pressure 944 millibars. Just about barely a Category 4, that one. And also Hilda, 140 miles an hour, air pressure 946. Kilo, 140, 940. Ignacio, 145, 942. And Jimena or Jimena is 150, and air pressure was 936. That's forecasted to get past that actually, with it is forecasted re-intensification to winds of 155 miles an hour, which could be an interesting one actually. But as again, still we're saying yesterday, has there ever been 3 major hurricanes active in the EPAC? Well, before yesterday, no, there wasn't actually.
Yeah, never happened. And to be quite honest, it wasn't even close to happening.
What?
The 3 major hurricanes at the same time.
Any time before?
Yeah, it wasn't even close. It's never happened, and it's never been close to happening.
Well, how close has it been?
Probably about 5 or 6 days apart. Yep.
Okay then. Well, Hurricane Kilo and Ignacio both remain Category 3 hurricanes. Kilo, the stronger of the 2, winds of 125. Ignacio just holding on as a major hurricane, winds of 115.
Marcel, are you here?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Skype's working again.
Jimena is now re-intensifying. as I said before, Windsor could get up to Windsor 155, possibly 160. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get the Category 5 out of this system.
Fingers crossed.
Well, it's not going to affect any land, so we'll just say to Jimena, "Go crazy, bitch!"
Terrible, Michael.
Just say, "Go crazy."
Yeah, okay, well, we will play Guess the Storm at some point during the show as soon as we've got content. I don't know if you have any, Michael, that you'd like to do.
I do, but it'll probably kill my computer.
Will it really? Could you possibly send me the link?
What I'll do is...
I can facilitate it for you.
If you guys can keep going,
Yes,
just
yes.
for a little bit, I'll just prepare a few quickly. See if I can play it into a PowerPoint.
Sure thing. Well, let me remind everyone what the current situation is around the world. I want to take a look at this Himawari imagery, actually. What you can see right now is Invest 91W looking very, very poor, I have to say. Just a few thunderstorms. I'm not seeing that becoming a tropical storm, as the Mariana Islands, for comparison, to show where that storm is. And you move further east, and eventually you'll stumble across this thing, and that is Hurricane Kilo. Which has winds of... What are the winds there now? I think they are... Gee, I've forgotten what the wind speeds are for Kilo, but yes, there they are. 125 miles an hour, the latest update. 952 millibars. Still waiting for an update on Ignacio, by the way, which I think has actually just arrived. So... The latest information on Ignacio, it has remained at 115 miles per hour. They still say it's a major hurricane, unlike what Michael thinks.
I was actually weakening the system.
Yeah, it's maintained 115. I'm sort of almost inclined to agree with you, to be honest. Just want to remind everyone where the tropical storm watches are in effect for Maui County, including the islands of Maui, Molokai, Lanai, and Kahalawi, and Hawaii County. No idea on the pronunciation, so you know. And just to remind everyone as well what's going on with other storms. There's Jimena right now. That's the strongest storm of them all in the East Pacific, well, around the world right now, with winds of 145 miles an hour. Any updates on that, which could arrive in the next hour from the ATCF, we'll let you know. And of course, yep, and of course we've also got what could very soon be Hurricane Fred, currently with wind speeds of 70 miles per hour, that's 70 miles per hour. Hurricane warnings in effect for the whole of the Cape Verde Islands. Marcel, is there anything you'd like to add?
What?
Anything you'd like to add?
Like to it? Cesar? Jimena is back. Jimena's back.
It looks like it.
Friends.
Looks like it. What do you think its intensity is right now?
It will go to a strong category 4. 155 maximum.
Alright then. Excellent. I personally think that it still has a shot of Cat 5, and I think it will have a shot of Cat 5 for the next 4 or 5 days. I think it could do it. I'm not saying it will. It could peak as a Cat 4 3 times in a row, who knows. But at the moment, it's looking good right now, and that's all I know. Let me take a look and see if there's any water vapor imagery and see how it's looking. Oh yes, look at that. Loads of dry air to the west and northwest. That may end up being the contributing factor to Jimena's rather quick weakening, if indeed that happens in the future. We'll see how the storm goes. But at the moment, right now, it's looking rather good. We're going to take a short break here at Force 13 HQ. We'll be back in around 15 minutes time to do a bit of Guess the Storm and more updates. Michael?
I've got Guess the Storm ready.
You've got one? Okay, we'll do that
Yes.
first then, and then we might take a shorter break. But go ahead, Mike.
Okay, and are you guys ready for Guess the Storm?
You bet.
Okay then, well, my screen share is just about to come online.
Sooner
Guess
or
the
later.
Storm is now online.
You're a bit delayed there, Michael. Okay. I'm guessing the storm for August 31st.
You see it?
Yeah, I can see the title. And that's the storm.
Can you just keep an eye on the guesses, please, Nathan?
Yeah, let me know when I can start.
Go.
Gonzalo.
Don't say this one. Do you have a clue though, Nathan?
Not necessarily, no. Well, that's already 1-0 to me.
Is there any guesses coming in from the guys?
No, because of the delay, you gotta wait around a minute for it to catch up. Hurricane Tracks and Info got Gonzalo at the same time, so we might give him that because it was quite easy. This next one, though, I'm not sure. My first guess might be Genevieve.
Incorrect.
And then, what other one did I have in my mind? Amanda.
Incorrect.
Or it could even be Jimena. It is! I didn't even mean to get that one correct. Cesar got it as well, actually. We need to get him on the call right now. Where is he? We'll try and get him on the chat. We seem to be having problems with the Skype at the moment, so we'll see what happens. We'll be back in a few minutes' time. We'll leave you with
Here's
some...
Gaston.
Okay, Gaston the cat's arrived. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, where's Gaston?
Here and with me.
Not interested in
Hi.
talking at the moment now? Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. What? How did I end up doing it like this? What happened? Anyway, this is Force 13. We're live, and we're back in around 10 minutes' time. We're going to be talking more storms and doing more Guess the Storm. Keep it right here. Hello and welcome. This is Force 13 Live. Tropics at a glance. You can see on the screen right now what's going on around the world. I'm joined by the Skype team.
What's up?
Hi, people.
Can you hear us, Nathan?
Yes, yes, loud and clear and loud.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, I was just just gonna. Can I just say something quickly now?
Yes, take all the time you like.
Okay then. Well, now, guys, I did say this earlier in the show. If it would be possible, 10 years ago today, we would have found out about Hurricane Katrina's devastating landfall, killing around about 1,500 to 1,800 people. And I'd just like to take this opportunity just to take a moment's silence, just in remembrance of those who were killed by this monster of a storm. So I think should we guys take a moment of silence now?
Yeah.
Shh. There we go. Okay then, guys, and so that's the end of the silence now. So do any of you guys actually have any stories that about any friends or family or you caught in storms?
Not here.
Like Cesar?
Yes.
I believe I remember you saying that you were affected by Ingrid and Manuel.
Really, I was affected by those two storms, and the situation was really bad, and
Weren't they both only Category 1 though when they hit?
yes, both two storms were Category 1.
Right.
Ingrid.
Was it just the force that they both hit at pretty much the same time?
Yes, and well, the effects in my place don't felt so high, but the rain was tremendous, and the Santa Catarina River filled a lot and make some damage and killed I think 3 or 4 people.
I am going to eat.
Okay. Well, now we're going to play Guess the Storm, and the question is, what the
hell is that?
is this? Which I'm going to show with
Nathan.
you in just a moment. I'm getting there.
Nathan,
Yes.
can I just interject before that? For the guys that possibly have only just joined us, Tropical Storm Fred is now up to winds of 70 miles an hour. Air pressure is 995 millibars, located at 14.9 north,
Oh!
21.8 west. Movement is northwest even, at 16 miles an hour. Forecasted almost imminently to become a hurricane. And hurricane warnings have been issued for the Cape Verde Islands.
Okay. Well, I'm unable to share screens at the moment, so you might want to check your chat box to show what storm I'm showing right now. Any guesses?
Let's see. Okay, then. Do you want me to screen share it, Nathan?
Please. Well, no, actually, because we can see it. The screen share is just for your benefit, really, rather than mine. I actually can screen share it on mine now.
Okay, then. Well,
Okay, it's going on.
I'd say that looks a little bit like Hurricane Dean of 2007.
That's a good guess, actually, but it's not.
Hurricane
Felix.
Felix.
No, it's not Hurricane Felix, Michael.
By chance, is it a major hurricane?
One at a time. I'm not going to comment.
Hurricane Georges.
No.
Hurricane Georges.
Hurricane Tracks and Info says Joan. Nope.
Is Fred of 2009?
Of course not.
It's very
Hurricane
similar.
Beta 2005.
Hurricane what?
Beta.
No.
Hurricane Joan.
No. 2 guesses for Joan there, but it isn't.
Okay,
Amanda, another guess there, but it certainly isn't Amanda.
Michelle?
No.
Hurricane.
No. I'll give you
Aldo.
I'll give you your first clue.
Hurricane Elida.
Okay, I
Meg-
won't. It's not Elida.
Gustav?
No, it's not Gustav.
Okay,
Douglas.
give us a clue.
The clue is it's a hurricane.
Okay,
So
so
does that mean cyclone, so Cat 1 plus?
I will not specify.
That
Atlantic or Pacific?
Hurricane.
Okay. It's in the Atlantic or in the Pacific. So
that narrows it down to about 700 or 800 storms.
Yeah, you'll manage it.
It narrows it down to about 800 storms.
Someone will manage it. Ram Turtle says Alberto. It is not Alberto.
Hurricane Amelia.
Good guess, but no.
Gilma.
Hurricane Daniel.
None of those.
Hurricane
Gilma.
Dora.
Aletta Bud Carlotta.
None of those.
Hey!
Ram Turtle says
Hurricane Gilma.
Alberto of
Gilma.
84. That's incorrect. Same too for Marcel, who is
Gilma.
also incorrect.
Hurricane Hilda.
Certainly isn't Hilda.
Hurricane Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Yes, Kenneth.
No. Give a legit clue. It was a
Hurricane
legit
Taurus.
clue. It's a hurricane. That's ruled out about 1,000 West Pacific typhoons.
Well, it's
Hurricane Dolores.
Hurricane who?
Hurricane Juliet.
No, it's none of those.
Still searching
What are you searching for?
Hurricane Kiko.
for the names of hurricanes in the 90s.
That's sort of cheating, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
I'm checking names, not the image.
It's in... How should I say this?
Oh
No,
my
that's
God,
not giving you any clues.
I don't know.
I don't. I want to withhold some information at the moment.
Rick?
No, it's not in the Central Pacific.
Oh, so it's in the Atlantic.
Hurricane Marie.
No, it's not Marie.
Karina.
No,
Lowell.
no.
Felix? No, it was not
Felix.
Felix. Hugo.
No, I wish they had that good imagery for Hugo near its peak, but I don't think
Hurricane
Hurricane Raymond.
Erica.
Not Raymond, not Erica. It's a storm name that doesn't get used anymore.
That narrows it down a
You're
little more.
putting some difficult. And Mitch?
Not Mitch. I will get onto viewers in a moment. I'm just going to halt you guys on the team here. Just have a little think because I'm trying
Hurricane
to
Georgette.
do something else.
Hurricane Georgette.
No. Other guesses. Gloria and Carlos. No. None of those.
Hurricane Carl.
No Carl. It is an Atlantic hurricane.
Hurricane Danielle.
No Danielle. Danielle's asleep.
That is. Or I don't know how it's pronounced. Danielle.
Certainly not.
Danielle. Bonnie. Hurricane Bonnie.
Nope, no correct guesses so far on the viewers or on the team.
Hurricane Floyd.
No Floyd either. Just don't forget we do have a little bit of a delay on the viewers' side, but everyone can see it now, so just might be a little mix-up if there is a correct answer. I only know it's way late.
Hurricane Douglas.
Who?
Hurricane Douglas.
No, not Douglas. It's in the Atlantic.
Is Hurricane Gert.
Don't be silly.
Irene.
No Irene. This storm was used 8 times.
Oh my god, 8 times.
Hurricane Alice.
No, Alice. That was used 18 times.
Anna.
No.
And
And it's not an A-name storm either. But there's plenty of clues here.
Oh my god, oh my god. 8 times?
Yeah, 8 times.
95, 91,
Isidore?
97.
Hurricane Emily.
Okay.
No, it is a
So-
storm name that was retired, but the one that you're looking at was not retired.
Fabian.
No,
Sandy.
sorry, I was slow to respond there.
You are sorry.
Sandy.
Fabian was retired.
No,
Hurricane Isidore.
no. We did that
Lily.
earlier on, didn't we?
Lily.
No. What did Michael say?
Igor.
No,
Thomas.
no.
Thomas.
This appears to be stumping people.
Is Bill.
No. This storm happened in the year that a Category 5 hurricane happened. I'm not saying whether this one was a Cat 5 or not, but it happened in the
Okay.
same year as one.
Cat 5 storm.
Pacific Katrina, says Ram Turtle. No, we've confirmed it's in the Atlantic. We're going to give you a
Is-
minute and nearly 2 minutes on this.
Is Isabel.
Not Isabel, not Lily,
Oh my
Charlie.
god.
Bonnie.
not Charlie. What was the other one?
Bonnie.
Not Bonnie.
Oh my
Gracious, goodness me.
It's a
Hurricane
Atlantic hurricane and it was a Cat 5 storm. Oh my god, let me think.
What did Michael say?
Andrew.
Hurric-
Andrew,
No,
you said.
Yeah.
No, it's not Andrew.
is Alan.
It's not Alan. That was the Cat 5, and that was retired.
David.
No, David, same story with that one.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying it is the Cat 5
No,
necessarily. It might be, but it happened in the year of a Cat 5. Yes, Michael.
I'm just looking through some of the records actually.
Right.
And guess what?
What?
I think it's just something about the naming list.
Yeah.
Is Hurricane Gilbert.
No.
I literally think that it's something about the naming list.
Ivan.
It causes seasons to be really inactive.
Don't be silly.
Well, 1997 had the same naming list, and it was pretty much dead. It only got up to Grace.
2003 had a Cat 5.
No, 2003 doesn't have a Cat
Oh.
5 storms.
My god.
Yes, it
I
does, you
think-
fool. It has Isabel.
I know.
What a numpty. Anyway,
Let's
stop.
say
Stop.
Hurricane.
Hurricane
No, no.
Francis.
You just
Sure
stop.
can-
Francis.
Seriously, just stop guessing, because Martinez got it several minutes before Marcel did. The correct answer is Francis of 1980, and it's
Oh,
rather relevant right now because
shit.
it was the furthest east Category 3 storm on
Oh my
record.
god.
Will Fred beat it? Who knows? I've got another one ready right now if you guys want to go straight into the next one. The viewers have got 1 point. Here's the next storm. What the hell is this?
Yes, it's a typhoon. I'm sure that is a typhoon. And
The
I will
Perfect
start with,
Storm,
Same.
1992.
What?
and I will start with Typhoon Oliwa.
No.
The Perfect Storm.
No.
Grow up.
You said 92 on that.
Typhoon Nuri.
No, not Nuri.
Typhoon.
This might take This might take a long time, or it might be very quick.
Typhoon
Typhoon-
Melor.
No.
Typhoon Bess.
No.
Oh my god.
Typhoon Nancy.
No.
Typhoon Crosa.
No. It does have that Crowser look, but it's
Tiny Cyclone Nathan.
not the recent one. Michael gets a strike for that.
It's Typhoon Babs.
No, not Babs.
Joanne.
Typhoon.
What did you say?
Super Typhoon Joanne.
Certainly isn't.
Oh,
John,
yeah.
yeah.
Is Typhoon Winnie?
Typhoon.
No, Winnie.
Oh,
Typhoon.
Typhoon
Rusa?
Kate?
Not Ruza.
Still,
Not
still
Kate.
still no intel from National Hurricane Center about Jimena.
Yeah, well, there won't be. Because there's no warnings in effect. There won't be an update for another 3 hours on that
Is
one.
What is
Typhoon gay?
No, it's not gay.
You're gay.
Oh my
Well,
god.
congratulations, Michael.
Oh my god.
Are you sure
Oh.
that Typhoon Gay wasn't
A
bent?
little
Tried to
bastard,
bum other
Michael.
storms and caused-
Oh, for
It tried
goodness
to
sake.
bum, tried to bum other storms, and then it just
No.
caused, and then it caused the Fujiwara effect.
No.
Is Typhoon Omar?
No, it's not. I'm going to take some guesses from the viewers. Hawaiian, Atsani, and Janice, and Tip, and it's none of those. And Dolphin as well has just come in from Ram Turtle. It's not Dolphin either.
Typhoon Elsie?
Hey
No,
guys,
it's not Elsie.
Typhoon Hunt?
just saying
No.
to the viewers as well.
It's not Hunt?
Can I just say
No.
something quickly about Hyperworld again as well?
Oh boy.
Just coming. I'm going to tell you now, guys, what's going to be happening in the next update, which should be at 3 o'clock. Which Janine we're putting special advisories now every 3 hours. Janine is now with winds of 170 miles an hour.
Oh, for God's sake. 170 doesn't even exist.
Or 175, 170, same thing.
Yeah, it will have to be
6
175.
Bye.
Okay then.
Yes!
What?
But come on, guys. You must know this storm. What is it?
It's Typhoon Pat.
No.
Hurricane Michael.
Root.
This storm occurred in the 2000s decade.
In 2000, this image looks very old. Oh my
Well, it's
god.
not.
Typhoon Fito.
So, ha. No, it's not. A
Typhoon
good guess,
Rosa.
actually, on that one. Sorry?
Typhoon Rusa.
No.
Typhoon Feng Shen.
No, and I'm not sure where exactly we are here. Are we along the coast here? I'm not exactly sure where we are.
Typhoon Mitag.
No.
Agabus.
No.
Along.
No. How long?
Oh my god. Fanfong.
No, we're gonna give. You're looking through the list.
Yes, I'm checking all the list. Oh my god, I need to find something.
Martinez says Kenna. We're gonna give you 90 seconds on this because Pablo's looking through it. Sorry, I keep saying Pablo. Cesar is looking through a list just because we're having an argument with Pablo earlier on today.
Typhoon
Jackie?
Bonzona.
Pablo
No.
has a magnificent.
Good guess,
mind.
actually. And it's not Typhoon Longwang either.
Doesn't
Michael
feel
sounds
this-
gayer than Caesar at the moment.
Typhoon Longwang.
Hmm.
Typhoon Miami.
Do you think they'd actually name a storm that?
What?
Typhoon Longwang.
They did.
Typhoon Chevy.
Typhoon Longwang.
They did. Get over it. Other guesses: Ruby, Polly, and Damray. None of those. Marcel, whatever he said, can't remember what now. That's wrong as well.
That's basically the same thing calling a
All right,
typhoon.
thank
typhoon
you.
Big.
Typhoon
It's
Parma.
basically
No,
calling,
thank you, Michael. I'll have to
Just calling
eject you
it
from
Typhoon
the
Big
call.
Cock.
Typhoon
All
Parma.
right, thank you, Michael. We'll see you again soon.
Typhoon Parma.
No,
Lupit.
no.
I can't believe
Max,
that
any
is
ideas?
Okay, I wonder.
Max is muted. No wonder we've not heard anything from him all evening. He's been muted the whole time.
Guys. Okay, I won't say it anymore. Okay.
Shut up, Michael.
Yes. That was a warning.
Typhoon
Manji.
Manji.
Did you just say the same thing?
I said Manji.
How do you spell that?
Manji.
I think it's MANJI.
Oh.
MAMAN and Rayita YI.
Yeah, that one. That's what Martinez just said. It's wrong anyway.
It's not Manny, it's Manny.
Martinez on copy me. It's Typhoon Woodtip.
Certainly is not.
It's Typhoon Francisco.
Not San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Typhoon Rock.
Typhoon
Rock.
No.
Typhoon Podul.
The masterpiece artist says Shikanani.
It's Typhoon Podul.
No, it isn't.
It's Typhoon Faxai.
No, this storm name has been used as a Cat 5 before, but I will not say whether this is it or whether it was a different version of this storm.
Maggie.
No, not Maggie.
Hurricane Amelia.
I did say 90 seconds earlier on. I was sort of lying.
Typhoon Utor.
No.
Madmo.
No.
Hurricane Amelia.
No, I thought we confirmed it was in the Westpac. If not, we are now. It's the Westpac.
Damri.
No, this storm occurred in the first half of the 2000s decade.
Oh my god, Typhoon Jalawat.
No Hawaiian, no Jelawat.
It's not Billy's, it's Sao Mai.
No.
Armor.
No.
Typhoon Shanshan.
No.
Mellow.
Sorry?
Mellow.
No. This
Typhoon
storm...
Sulik.
No. This storm has been used as a Cat 5 in the 2010s decade.
Maggie.
Typhoon
I said Maggie
Pudalor.
already. Sorry?
Pseudolor.
Correct, it's Pseudolor.
What? Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Congratulations, Marcel. Getting it right. What did you just say to me? I've got one more that I can show people, and then I'm going to call it a night with my guest, the Stormers. I don't know about everyone else. This is the next one. Hopefully, it's not giving anything away on the image, but there it is.
I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm about to fall asleep.
All right then, Michael. Have a good night.
I think
Okay.
this is
See you again
hurricane.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys later, okay?
Bye bye.
I
Bye-bye,
think this
Michael.
is a hurricane.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is Typhoon, no, it's Typhoon. Hurricane Felicia.
No, not Felicia.
Typhoon, oh my god, what I'm saying. Hurricane...
I'm going to give the team the opportunity...
Feifa.
Hold on. No. I'm going to give the team the opportunity to ask me one question about this storm, and I can give you a yes or no answer to it.
Oh, okay.
This storm was a hurricane?
That's probably one of the silliest questions you could have asked me with that magnificent one question you had there. The answer to that question is yes.
Yes.
It was a hurricane.
Okay, it's a hurricane, so it's in the epoch.
Guess is coming in backside, Charlie. Quieten down, Mindy.
Well, Mindy doesn't shut up anytime, so don't expect that she will shut up. It's Hurricane Jimena.
No, it's not. I wouldn't be that obvious now, would I?
Hurricane Dora.
No.
Patricia.
No. Anyone on the viewers? No. What's the score right now? I think it's 2 each at the moment.
I think it's 3-1.
Oh my.
Hurricane
welcome.
Elida.
3-1 to the team then right now, so the viewers need to get this. Nope, it's not Elida.
I think I got it. It's Fausto.
You've got it. Caesar,
Fausto.
you think it's Fausto? You think you've got it?
Yes.
Well, guess what? You haven't.
Guess what?
You
I got it.
You haven't.
Ah.
Oh, poor baby.
So disappointment. I'm gonna cry now.
Yeah.
Hurricane. Hurricane Hernan.
No, I can see where you're going with that.
It's Hurricane
Hurricane.
Adolf.
Blanca.
No guesses coming in yet. This storm name, I don't want to give too much away yet. All I'm going to say at the moment is that this storm was used in an even-numbered year.
What?
You know,
I don't understood you.
a year ending in an even number, i.e. 2014, 2012, 2010, 2008, 2006, 2004, 2002, and so on.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is it? That's the question.
What the hell is
What
that?
the-
And what the hell are you talking about? It's Hurricane
This storm reached
Daniel.
no. This storm reached
Hurricane.
Category 2 on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, and is pictured. What's it doing whilst it was pictured? I think it was turning towards the north whilst it was pictured.
Okay, Douglas.
Hurricane.
No.
Lane.
No, you're in the wrong lane.
Hurricane Lane.
Oh. Richard Category 2. Oh my god, how I can go? Oh my god. I don't know. Oh,
Be specific.
I don't know how to say. I need to know.
Donna was another guest from the viewers, by the way. That was incorrect.
I need to know.
Come on. You do need to know.
Hillary.
Not a Hillary. It's a male name.
A male name. Okay, it's Irwin.
It's who?
Irwin.
Certainly isn't.
Kenneth.
Running out of time here. Nope and nope.
Otis.
No. Not Otis.
Oh.
Hurricane.
Max.
It's staring you right in the eye.
Right in the eye?
Yep. Its
Oh
eye
my-
is staring into your eyes.
Oh my god.
unintended.
Don't look at me, stupid hurricane.
Unintended.
Still no correct answers yet.
Got to hurricane, I need to know. I'm getting stressed.
Oh dear,
Okay.
we don't want unnecessary stress here.
I'm gonna explode.
Ram says Alberto. No, it's the EPAC, the
Don't
Pacific.
say my second name. It's
Okay.
Hurricane Hector.
No.
Hurricane
Hurricane Tracks and Info say Sergio. No, I was actually considering using a Sergio for this, but nope, it isn't.
was Hurricane Paul.
Correct. It's Paul
Oh, I got it. I can believe it.
of 2006. Caesar, you make it 4-1 with 7 minutes to go. Does anyone else have any?
And why
Sorry,
Paul
viewers.
isn't retarded?
I'm so
Why
sorry,
Paul
viewers.
isn't
They were
retarded?
getting closer as well. Sorry, Marcel.
Why Paul isn't retarded?
Why Paul isn't retired?
Because he only is responsible for 4 deaths and $3.2 million, and I think it's too few. I'm checking now the
100.
hurricane.
192.
Well,
Alright.
the image that you show me is very different than the hurricane police that the hurricane I'm looking right now of Paul. You cheated, right?
Who cheated?
You cheated the hurricane Paul, right?
No. How did I
It's
cheat?
very.
What is this?
Oh my god, I can't believe I did it.
Hello, yes.
Kilo.
Ram says, shut it, Caesar.
What the hell is that?
Okay, well, I'm going to do something different since we've run out of Guess the Storms here. We're going to play the naming game as well. So we're going to give the team 40 points and the viewers 10 points as starting points. Now, the aim of this game is I'm going to give you a storm letter, the beginning letter of any storm around the world, and you've got to throw to me any of the top 10 most used names, i.e. the ones that we use most often, beginning with that letter. You ready?
Yes. Worldwide, you
Today's
said.
letter is the letter H. What's the most
H.
popular H names in the world?
Hillary.
Hard.
Hillary.
Yes, Hillary is number 6, meaning that Caesar gets 5
Har-
points for the team.
Hard.
Harvey, did you say?
Yeah.
Yes, Harvey is in 8th place, meaning
Hurricane
the team
Hannah.
gets a further 4 points. Sorry, 3 points. We're actually
Hannah.
we're gonna hold out a little bit for a few moments, just to let the viewers catch up here. What were your guesses?
Hannah.
Hannah, that's not on it.
Hugo.
Hugo's not on
Harry.
it.
Harry.
Harry?
Yeah.
No, Harry's not on it. Okay, first guess is coming in now from the viewers. Henry and Henri, none of those. Henriette.
Hermine.
Henriette is 10th, so the viewers get 1 point so far. Hermine is in 12th, unlucky.
Oh, so close.
Hannah's on there, was guessed as well. That's way down. And Hugo was guessed as well. No Hugo. Come on, viewers. 48 for the team right now, 11 for the viewers, and we've got 4 minutes here.
Is Hortense.
Hortense. Unlucky, 21st.
Oh, so far.
Everyone's saying Henry, but it's way down in 70th. Helene, that was said by Ram Turtle. That's 2 points because it's in 9th place. Ming Yu says Harriet. That's in 3rd place.
Oh my god.
The viewers
really?
get 8 points, bring them up to 21. Team on 48.
Come on,
Viewers can get there if they get the top 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7 remaining. Hilda, said by Ram Turtle, that's in 4th. That's another 7 points. That's 28.
Is Hector?
Hector, yes, is in 7th. Bringing the team up to 52. The viewers have to get the top 3 in order to have any chance. They may not have a chance even now, but I can't calculate it that fast. Other guesses, Harold, no Harold. Harold is down there somewhere. Hernan, that is just missed out, 13th place. Harper, didn't even know they had a Harper. Herman as well, no Herman.
Hattie or Haiti, I don't know how it's pronounced.
No Hattie.
Humberto.
I can confirm that if viewers get the top 3, they will win. So that's 1, 2, and 5 they still
Marcel
have to get.
has just said Humberto.
No, Humberto is down at 31st.
Oh, very far.
If the viewers get the 3 that are left on the board, they will win.
Oh my god, come on viewers, you can do it.
if any of the team gets any of these, then it's game over. And we've got 2 minutes.
Handy. Handy.
2 minutes to settle it. No.
Is Helene?
Yes, Helene's been said already.
Oh my god.
Come on, viewers, hurry, hurry. Names beginning with H. Okay, one of them is rather popular in the West Pacific, I guess. 2 of them, I suppose. And one was popular in the East Pacific.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you typing?
I don't know any names. Oh my god.
One is a all 3 of them are female names. One is a rather popular English female name. Another one is perhaps a bit archaic, and the other one I guess is a bit out there as well. Hazel was said, unlucky, that's 11th.
Hilda?
Hamid, Howard, none of those, sorry?
Hilda,
I think that was already said as well. That was 4th.
Oh my god, I can't remember any name.
Martinez says Haley, no.
Henriette?
No. One of these storm names was used in the Indian Ocean not so long ago.
Indian Ocean? Hut.
Not Hood.
Hood.
Not Hawaiian. Oh my gosh.
Hawaiian.
One of them is very popular in the EPAC. One of them has not been used for a while but was used in the Westpac a lot. Haley, another guess. Oh, running out of time. Let's give it another 15 seconds here, 10 seconds for the
Hi,
viewers.
Kui.
Sorry?
Helen.
Hi,
Helen.
Kui.
Helen.
Helen's number
Helen.
one.
Oh dear.
Helen's number one. The team gets to 62, and that surely is game over, and time is up. Team finish with 62 points today. The viewers end with 28. Better luck next
I just-
time.
Oh,
And
I said
myself.
Helen, what's the difference?
there's a big difference. Hey, by the way, if you think you're good at Guess the Storm, or indeed that game, or any other things related to do with storms, answering questions and such, you might be interested in joining the Force 13 Game Show series, which is starting again on September the 14th. I plugged it earlier, but I want to mention that again. If you're interested, please send me a message on the Facebook or Twitter page, Force13 all in text, or send a direct email, force-13, the number 13, at hotmail.co.uk. You can also send me a message on Skype for any reason to talk about storms or anything at all. Just add Fool13, FOOL13, and that's also to join the team if you want to do that and be on any of our live events in future, or just take a back seat and discuss the text on text. Discuss on text the current storm situation with fellow storm trackers on the Skype conversations. Well, time for us to finish up here. 1 minute past 1 UTC. Just want to remind you what the latest information is on all the storms. The big headlines: Fred intensifying rather rapidly, up to 70 miles an hour in the Atlantic. Hurricane warnings in effect for the Cape Verde Islands. And tropical storm warnings, tropical storm watches in effect for Ignacio, which has somehow held on to 115 miles per hour at the latest update. Until next time, that's all from us. Everyone on the chat right now, is there anything else you wanted to pick up on before we finished?
I do.
Do you?
Was
My area was hit by both Irene and Sandy.
Irene and Sandy.
Yeah, we had the outer band of Irene in 2011, and we actually had Sandy come over Western New York in 2012.
I don't think Erica will be doing that.
Irene and Sandy are
You do what?
just the hurricanes.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're done.
Wait, last thing,
Irene and
Sandy
Sandy
here?
are just the hurricanes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Just the
we had
hurricanes.
almost an inch and a half of rain from Sandy.
Sandy did what?
Got almost an inch and a half of rainfall.
Inch and a half of rain from Sandy. You're in Western
Yeah.
New York, aren't you? I guess it wasn't
Yeah.
so bad there as it was in other places.
And it close more the next day as well.
Sure. Alright, well, that's us done. We'll see you again soon.
bye, people.
Bye.
Thank you, team. Thank you, people. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
So,
Bye. Bye.